So,
Ho,
Marty,
ho,
before we go
ho!
live, can I show you my Christmas present? I'll show
Ah,
you my
Jesus.
Christmas.
No, 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 no. We're live. We're live. We're live. We're live. Good evening and welcome to an annual tradition of myself and Jen's, the Festive Flicks reviews, where myself and Jen look at some holiday flicks that we enjoy.
Things between my
And
legs? Some presents between my legs?
no, no, no,
It's been a while,
please.
Marty. I got to get it out of my system.
Jesus Christ. So yeah,
Some holiday goodness.
we're back. We're streaming, and yeah, I thought I could get away from this, but I can't. Yeah. So today's movie we're looking at is 1988's Christmas Vacation, the third entry in the Christmas Vacation movies, right, Jen?
Yep, very much.
This was after National Lampoon's Vacation and European Vacation. And would you agree with me that this is the last of the good vacation movies?
Well, I mean, there's Vegas. And then there's the one with, that we go to Cousin Eddie's Island.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this is the one. Like, a lot of people would say European Vacation is not a particularly good one either. I actually like it, but different verdicts. But this one is probably not just good, but great. I think I was telling you this when we were watching the movie before we went live. I think this and Home Alone are our generation's equivalent of It's a Wonderful Life and White Christmas and some of the other holiday flicks that were big when we were kids. I think this is what we grew up with. Hi, Lori. He's with me. European
Hey,
Vacation
Larry.
is up.
Yeah, it's got Eric Idle as well. Eric, you can't go wrong with Eric Idle. Yeah, Jen's dead right. This is kind of like up there with our generation's kind of, would I say, dare I say, put it on the same level as A Wonderful Life. Home Alone and
would.
this is kind of like our go-to Christmas comfort food.
Mm-hmm. Would you say this is better or worse than
Larry says, but Christmas Vacation is keen.
I was going to ask that. What do you guys think? Is this King or is it a Christmas? We all forgot one other big movie. Is it Christmas Story or is it Home Alone or is it Christmas Vacation? Those are probably the three big ones for our generation. Which one's the top?
Also, we got Juno in the chat. Hey, Juno.
Welcome.
Hey, dude. What was I going to say? The tin with oh Christ, the tin with fucking this and Home Alone. Yeah, Christmas Story. Christmas Story is rarely shown outside the States. There is very few people who've seen Christmas Story outside the United States.
Okay.
It's a weird kind of anomaly, whereas these, like, you could ask someone in France or Germany or Australia, have you seen this movie or have you seen Home Alone? They'll say yes. Whereas Christmas Story, it's an oddity that seems to be, not so much. I don't know why. It is a cult. Also, Juno saw Predator Badlands, surprised me and thought it was better than Prey. Really enjoyed it. No, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I was interested to know what you think of that, Juno. Also, we have the legendary Rowdy Riles in the chat as well. They do amazing reviews on action figures. Go check them out. Yeah, it is a staple of our generation, though, and I think a lot of people in the chat are the same go as us, Jen. So yeah, this is kind of the go-to Christmas comedy. I wouldn't call this an anti-Christmas movie, but I definitely call it a very realistic Christmas movie about the anxiety and pressure of people trying to have the perfect Christmas. And myself and Jen were discussing this. Is Clark an arsehole in this? Yes, Chevy Chase is very much a fucking arsehole in real life, but is the character of Clark a fucking arsehole in this? What do you think, Jen?
No, I don't think Clark is an asshole at all. I think Clark is, yes, he has his faults and shortcomings like we all do. But at the end of the day, and the movie highlights this, I mean, if he was an asshole, he wouldn't give a shit about his cousin's law's kids. You know, he wants to give him a nice Christmas. He doesn't tell him to get the fuck out of his house. You know, he holds his temper with his family, and he wants to, instead of blowing that holiday check on himself, he wants to put in a big pool. You know, he's thinking always of his family and trying to make memories that when they're his age, you're going to look back and think, wow, I had a magical Christmas or that magical vacation. So no, I don't think he's an asshole.
Yeah, there is moments like he's driving Ellen, Beverly D'Angelo's character, nuts. But I think that's a universal thing as a mother, as a matriarch in a family around Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much pressure on mums to do the food, do the decorating, everything. And I think it's universal, regardless if you're in America, Ireland, wherever, the mums usually get the brunt of the fucking father's flights of fancy. You know, this is a very kind of identifiable film, identifiable scenario, because everyone, especially if you have a family, you can identify with the pressure of trying to have the illusion of trying to have the perfect Christmas. And on top of that, I think there's also the sense of the kind of classic Americana. Would you agree with that, Jen? That, like, you know, the idea, the Norman Rockwell Christmas, so to speak.
Yeah, I do. And what we often forget with that is it's usually our most treasured memories are not those pictured Kodak moments. It's usually the moments that go wrong or not how you planned it are usually the ones you look back on and maybe not at the time, but you look back and smile and think, oh, those were the days. It's very rarely those picture perfect Instagram or Kodak moments. To go back to when we were kids, they're not the Kodak moments. It's the Kodak moments are the ones where, you know, nothing's picture perfect. And I like that this movie kind of reminds it of that. It's the heart, and it also isn't about, you know, that it's about being with the people you love.
I actually remember it, again. It was a disaster for the time, but it's a kind of funny memory for now. Um, Christmas 1994, maybe five. I got my hey Trenchy, I got my Jurassic Park T-Rex, and I fucked up the voice box in it, the voice modulator on the T-Rex, and it wouldn't stop roaring. And Dad was like, I'm gonna fuck it in the fire. I'm gonna fuck it in the fire, because the screws, the screws were teeny tiny fucking Phillips screw heads. And he had the big bastard and Phillips screwdrivers for the Jeep and stuff, fixing up shit around the house. But he's just fucking there with a fucking butter knife or a fruit knife, trying to, this fucking thing better shut the fuck up. And it's, again, I know, it's like, oh shit. Back then I was like, he's gonna fucking throw my dinosaur in the fire. What am I gonna fucking do? But now that I think about it, it was so funny. Just Dad's there with the fruit knife, trying to open up the arse of my T-Rex and take the fucking batteries out, like, you know.
I have a similar story where my parents got in a hellacious fight right over. It was my dream present. And I was an only child, so this was my present. I didn't have to share it with anyone. I had the giant Barbie doll house, like the one that was bigger than me, and like I got that. And my parents got into a hellacious fight at Christmas, and so like I remember being so happy. And you son of a bitch, back and forth. Memories, huh?
I think that there's all been there, like the ideas of you nestled up in your bed and your parents just, it goes into this side. Read the instructions, Frank. Read the fucking instructions. I'm trying to, Carol, but you won't shut the fuck up, kind of thing, you know? I think every parent has been there.
But I really didn't care. I'm like, I'm getting a Barbie doll house. Yay!
Barbie! Before we start off, I want to go on about I want to go on about the excellent opening, the animated opening. It was done by Cryer Films. That was a animation studio, Bill Cryer, and they worked on Fern Gully. And what do you think of that animated opening? Because I fucking adore that animated opening. It's really cute.
I do too. I do too. It's so sweet and like, and I'm not like the Christmassy person, but I love it. And the song they sent to it is just perfect. It goes so well with the animation. It pairs it up. That's another thing about this
Mm.
movie. And there's a couple of scenes in this movie where the holiday songs just pair so perfectly with what's going on screen. And I love when films do that. And I also just like the little Santa Claus. And for some reason, I always like the reindeer and how his nose blinked when he was calling on the little candy cane radar thing. I thought that was walkie-talkie, I guess.
Yeah, that was cute. The kind of fucking radar system he's got. That was, and like just all the fucking pratfalls. I remember when I was a kid, I was like, oh my god, all this is gonna happen. None of this shit happened in the movie. Then dumbass Martin was like, Santa's gonna be in it. And I was like, oh, this is alluding to what's gonna happen. No, none of
In
this
a
shit
way, you were
happens.
right,
But
though we do
it
have
was a,
Santa kind of at the end. We sort of at least might have Santa. We have that one shot where it could be Santa.
yeah. Thanks to fucking cousin Eddie and the fucking methane shit fucking gas and stuff. Hey Brian,
The shitter was cool. Hey, Brian, happy holidays, guys.
I love that line. But yeah, so again, this is an interesting deviation because we're actually seeing the Griswolds at home. They're not traveling from fucking point A to point B. And I think maybe that is a slight issue I have with this. The momentum isn't as good as the other movies, and it's relying more on vignettes of kind of situations where with the Griswolds going back and forth in the car, that works. With this, not so much. So there's little skits, but the skits are still brilliant. And Jen, actually, tell folks who wrote this, tell folks who was involved in this. No stranger to holiday comedy, most certainly, anyway.
Yes, the producer of this was John Hughes. And a fun fact, while you said Clark, well, I don't think Clark W. Griswold is not an asshole. The actor playing him, it has a reputation of being a huge
Chevy
asshole.
Chase.
And actually, it wasn't going to be Jeremiah. How do you say his name? Jeremiah, the director.
Jeremiah S. Chechnik. Jeremiah
Yeah,
S. Chechnik.
He wasn't supposed to be the director for this film. It was actually going to be Chris Columbus, who you guys know from, he directed Home Alone, and he desperately needed the job at the time. But after meeting, this is kind of a cool story. After just one short meeting with Chevy Chase, he went to John Hughes and is like, I'm out, dude. I can't work with this asshole. So they brought the other guy on, and he thought it was going to be the end of his career. But luckily, Hughes liked him and brought him on for Home Alone. But I mean, and he was desperately in need of a job, Marty. And after meeting him, and it was a short meeting, he was like, I'm out.
It's like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to work with this fucking asshole. Again, Hughes had submitted stuff to the National Lampoon's magazine, and this was one of the stories, if I'm not mistaken. And again, it's relatable. That's what the scenarios are fantastic and comical, but there is this relatability to the movie, and there's some moments that I'll get into that I think are actually very heartfelt. But we start off, and the Griswolds are going to get their Christmas tree, and between nearly being killed by an 18-wheeler and having to dig up the tree, this is not a good start to the holiday season for the Griswolds, and not a good start for their neighbors either. Jen, you fucking love the shit with the neighbors.
Julie Louis-Dreyfus plays there's a husband and wife, and she's the wife, and they're very much, and you got to remember, guys, this is the 80s, and yuppies basically, and they are the quintessential yuppies, and we meet them, and they're too posh for Christmas, and they don't want a Christmas tree, and they wear these silver, workout suits that were popular at the time, and they just think that the Griswolds are just pure D trash, and just a little interplay, they're just kind of little sprinklings in the movies, but every time they have an interaction with Clark or any of the other Griswolds, it turns into a Christmas for hell for poor Julia Louis-Dreyfus. It's just funny as hell.
I love they set up the fucking animosity right away. The neighbor's like, "Hey Griswold, where are you gonna put that? Bend over and I'll show you." I love that. He's like, "What the hell did you say? I wasn't talking to you." I love that line.
I do too, and I love the look on her face when she kind of realizes what that implication is, and it's threatening, but it's non-threatening. And it also, this movie establishes, going back to the Christmas tree scene, it kind of establishes, and it seems like every generation has this, where you have the old, and usually it's a patriarch who wants to keep it very traditional. And like, because Russ tells him, and Russ was played by Roseanne's kid, who later went on to Big Bang Theory. Can't think of his name right now, but
Uh,
the,
James Galecki, or Jim
yeah,
Galecki. James Galecki, I think.
yeah,
Leonard from the
and
Big
he,
Bang Theory, if you're wondering.
yes, and he
What?
played David, Darlene's love interest in Roseanne. But he's in this, and he's like, "Dad, didn't they invent Christmas tree lots so people wouldn't have to waste a whole Saturday, to get a tree?" And then he goes on to a diatribe about how people are, are just settle for, overpriced dead trees that died before Christmas is over and stuff. And it shows that, people like hold on to tradition even when modern conveniences might be better, because it's the old ways.
Trenchy says when the car went under the truck, it's both lucky they didn't get crushed, but also very unlucky. Damn fucking right. That
True.
was hilarious though. And it was Clark's fault. It was Clark's fault because he was trying to play chicken with a bunch of fucking rednecks. But isn't it interesting as well that fucking throughout the movies, fucking Russ is getting younger and then he goes back again, and it's like you had Anthony Michael Hall, and obviously by then Michael Hall had starred in a bunch of, ironically, other fucking John Hughes movies, right? He'd been in
Yeah,
like
yeah.
13 Candles
John
and
Hughes liked
stuff.
working with him.
So why didn't he bring him back for this? Or because it was Christmas, do you think they wanted a younger kid, or was he too famous? Do you think he was too famous by then?
I think he was too old. I think they did kind of want a younger kid, and I think they wanted Audrey to be the older sister in this one. I think I can kind of see, I think the dynamic works pretty good. I kind of like that he's a little younger in this one. I could be wrong, but I kind of think it's because he's a little younger. Anthony Michael Hall would have already been and he looked older.
That's the one thing that drove me mad about these movies as well. The fucking continuity between the children. He's younger, he's older, he's younger, he's older. It's like, what the fuck is going on? But I'll give the movie this. It had the balls to put a child in the middle of a sexual innuendo joke. I'll fucking give that. Clark goes in to the city to get his wife lingerie, and I thought it was Chelsea Fields. It's not Chelsea Fields. It's another actress. She done kind of swimsuit modeling, and she done some.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, Skinamax kind of flicks. I think the biggest thing she was in was Boxing Helena, and she plays this kind of honeypot at the. She obviously they wanted someone because Clark goes up and Clark fucking just like goes totally goofy. Oh, my wife. Oh, God rest her soul. Oh, she dead. No, we're divorced. And his story keeps on changing. She's gone. She doesn't wear underwear.
And he's sweating, and he takes a pair of panties.
Yeah.
I like the part where he takes a pair of panties and wipes his face.
That was brilliant. Or like fucking, it's Hooters in here. I mean, hot in here. I like that. And then fucking little Jimmy Galecki comes in. Hey, dude. But
welcome.
The kind of the major point that I liked though was like fucking even the kid knows, oh Jesus, Dad's at this again, because Russ has seen this happen a million times before. His dad's been a corny dad to some fucking chick at a shop, and it's cute. It's cute as well. Like it's like, see, Russ can't see the line. Yeah, can't see the line.
Nope. Yeah, I like it how cool the son is kind of cooler than the dad in this scene. It's kind of cute. It's real cute. But then this is something that's in all of the vacation movies. Clark always has to find a piece of eye candy and kind of flirt over. And this isn't the only child sexual innuendo, because later on in the movie, Clark's imagining the pool scene, and then all of a sudden his niece goes, Santa Claus, and it looks almost like he's kind of thinking about jerking off. It doesn't go that far, but that's the implication.
I was going to make a joke that, oh, they might have had a hard on, but no, I got this, babe. I got this. Give me the steering wheel. What the fuck are you doing? There's a truck stop ahead. We can make it. There's a rail crossing, Jen, but no.
You guys won't get this in other Christmas vacation streams.
No, you won't. But yeah, again, it's definitely escalation from like awkward moments to fucking what the hell is going on? How have these people not killed each other yet? Moments. Jen, again, given circumstances, recent circumstances with my family, and I still don't know why they do it. But would you invite extended family, because you were discussing this with me as well, that you have a very insular small family? Would you invite all those people to your fucking house for Christmas?
When I was a kid, it kind of terrified me, because like I said, I was I've got my kids now, but when I was growing up, I was an only child, and like my mother and my father, they're not close with their family, so it was just my mom, dad, and me, and it was kind of like and my mom hated people in her house anyway. She didn't like strangers in her house, whether they were family or not, and so it was always shocking. Like, people do this, like people actually have people in their houses, and it was always kind of fascinating. But now I'm older, I kind of understand why. It might be fun to participate. Like, probably just meeting your family is going to be a little bit overwhelming because it's more people than I'm used to. But I think it'll be a fun experience, but it'll be a very new experience. But would I want all those people in my house? Probably not.
The way I'd see it is it's once a year, once a fucking year, and yeah, you have a mixed bag of the parents. Clark's mum is played by Diane Ladd, and Ellen's mother is the mum from fucking
Doris Roberts from Everybody Loves Raymond.
Everybody Loves Raymond. Yeah, and she's a bit of a bitch, and her dad's a
typical
bit of an
mother-in-law.
Yeah, mother-in-law, father-in-law. Like Clark has a great job done with the tree. And his father-in-law is like, yeah, not all the lights are twinkling, and you're like, what an asshole. But it's Clark bites his tongue because he really wants to have this family kind of Christmas. Oh, hang on. Trenchy has a story first. One Christmas, my uncle drunk drove the car and crashed it down the street from his house, and his dogs was running around in the street. Jesus, wow, that's a Christmas to remember.
Yeah, Trench. Well, at least nobody was hurt. And the dogs were okay.
But I spilled my beer. I'm joking, Prince. I didn't fucking.
Speaking of pets, Marty, there is a fun fact I learned about tonight about the pets in this movie.
Go for it.
The dog played Snots, who captures everybody's heart. It is a cute dog. It's a Rottweiler. And the cat that, if he had 9 lives, he used every one of them. Both of those pets were not like professional pet actors. They were actually pets of Beverly D'Angelo's. I thought that was kind of cool.
That was good. It was a good way to save a buck as well, I suppose, and just fucking make sure the animals didn't kill anyone. It's like,
Well, the dog is adorable. Like, Snots is adorable.
The
cat's not bad either.
I love when fucking Cousin Eddie is like, oh yeah, hey, roll on your back there, Snots, so Clark can give him a rub. Wait till you check out the set of huevos this guy has. It's like, what? Who wants to be looking at the dog's balls? But yeah, again, it's Cousin Eddie. Let's see. Tracy says, for me, Cousin Eddie and the guy with the cigar and scratchy voice steal the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
William Hickey.
Cousin Lewis, right?
Cousin Lewis. William Hickey, who's in a lot of horror movies. He was in Tales from the Dark Side, and he was in some other horror stuff. Yeah, he was in a lot of stuff. And he's another asshole relative that Clark can't fucking stand, but he bites his tongue. But yeah, have you a favorite character yourself, Jen, in this?
You know what? I like Beverly D'Angelo. I've always liked her as an actress, and I liked her in these characters because she's the kind of wife I would aspire to be. Like sometimes she gets a little frustrated with her husband, but she's never naggy or bitchy. She just, she always tries to make the best. Like she figures out what the lights are in the scene, why the little lights aren't twinkling, but she doesn't go, "Hey, asshole, it was my idea." She just kind of fades in the back and lets him have his moment. That's class. That's class, and that's a good wife. So I really like her character. And I also but she's not saintly or holier than thou. One of my favorite lines in this movie is like when Audrey is complaining. She's like, "Do you know how sick it is to be sleeping with your brother?" And she's like, "Well, I'm sleeping with your father. What can I say except it's Christmas and we're all in misery." And then she takes a drag a cigarette, and her mother goes, "Are you smoking again?" "No." And
I love the fact she has an emergency pack of cigarettes on the fridge and this fucking ginormous box of matches, cooking matches. The long matches you have for fucking lighting a fucking cooker and shit. And it's just funny. She's like, you can just, this woman has set those cigarettes aside every fucking Christmas.
I would too if I had that many people in my house. I would have an emergency too. And I also like everyone. Even I'll give Chevy Chase, like he might be. And I guess if a fucking director who needed the money desperately said, "No, man, I'm out," he must have been a real asshole. But give the devil his due. He's good at what he does. I mean, I guess he'd have to be because God knows he didn't do it on Friendships and Connections. He had to be that good.
he was great. The dynamic between him and Randy Quaid, it's interesting. It isn't chemistry so much as, and this is interesting as well because you think with Chevy Chase's ego wouldn't allow it, but Chase actually steps back and lets Quaid do his fucking redneck shtick, and it's not back and forth. It's just Randy Quaid just does his fucking redneck fucking shtick, and it's his facial reaction, Chase's facial reaction to it, and his deadpan delivery. "Can I get you another glass of eggnog? Drive you out to the middle of nowhere, leave you to die?" It's just that kind of deadpan delivery that really fucking works. And again, it's not a comedic duo per se, but when they're in scenes together, they work really well off each other. As I said before, fucking Randy Quaid goes fucking full tilt, and it's just Clark's reactions. It's just Chevy Chase's reactions. Oh, Anna, we got another comment here. Trench says, "I mean, Marlon Brando and Bill Murray don't have a great reputations either, but they got work because they delivered on screen." Yeah, they do. And
totally agree with
Chase
that.
does it. Chase does it. Yeah. What do you think of the chemistry or interactions between Clark and Cousin Eddie?
They're great. They're great, and you're right. Chevy Chase is smart enough to go, "Okay, I'm just going to let him do what he does," and I think Randy Quaid is the one that steals, the magic from these movies. Like everyone remembers Cousin Eddie. He also did it in the first one as well, and I think everyone kind of missed him in the European Vacation. I've actually heard some people say it would have been better if somehow Cousin Eddie would have popped up in Europe. Like that was what was missing from the European Vacation. I've heard some people say he's just magic. He's a special character that people identify with because we all have some of us have a relative like this, or we know somebody like this. I mean, it's very relatable.
Fun character, really great addition to these movies. Not the ideal person to give their own vehicle or spin-off to. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm still getting PTSD.
Oh, God, you said you'd never bring up that movie, Marty.
Myself and Jen reviews Cousin Eddie's Christmas Island Adventure, and Jesus Christ, it was fucking torture. Speaking of torture, I think my girlfriend's dying. And on a second, have you got water? Will you drink water for fuck's sake?
I've got it's in my Christmas cup with the skull.
Acres a movie asks, would Bill Murray have been good as Clark Griswold?
It would have. I think Chevy Chevy Chase. I can't imagine. It's one of those roles. I can't imagine anybody else. Bill Murray probably wouldn't have been bad, but Chevy Chase kind of has an everyman look, where Bill Murray's kind of a little bit. He can have this kind of. I don't know how to explain it. It's
Is
not
it
manic exact. Go ahead.
is I think Chevy Chase can be a bit more subdued. Like
Yeah,
he
that's it.
can cut loose when he wants, and we'll get to the tirade near the end of the movie because you fucking love that and you're brilliant at fucking taking it off. But with Bill Murray, it's he's a fucking live wire the whole time, but you can
He
get a
is.
subdued performance from Chase. Speaking of Bill Murray, his brother is in this as Clark's boss, and yeah, he's a character in himself. Oh, Trenchy's got something there to say. Bill Murray may have played a bit too smug, maybe.
I
Yeah,
think so. He
yeah, he would
works
have.
better in the other movie we're going to be talking about, Scrooge. Like, that's more his type of. It fits his personality way better. Whereas Clark where Chevy Chase can be kind of an everyman. And I think one of the reasons why that is so funny is because we're not used to seeing when he finally does explode. It's really funny because it's so out of character.
But what was your favorite pratfall or incident or kind of thing that happens?
Oh,
Our
that's
favorite
easy.
ones.
That's easy. It's when we're at the yuppie's house, and like earlier on, Clark like is putting up lights, and he falls. He doesn't fall off the ladder, but he loses his balance and is off the ladder, and he holds onto the gutter, and somehow through physics that I'm not smart enough to explain, he manages to shoot an icicle through the snooty yuppie's neighbor's window. And when they come home, her husband's like just looking and just completely baffled, and they're big. You guys got to remember, like CD players at one time were like $500 or $600 when they were first coming out, and he's just looking at this broken CD player, and he's like, well, obviously something had to break the window, something had to break the stereo. And then Julie Louis-Dreyfus goes, and why is the carpet all wet, Todd? I don't know, Margot. I just fucking love that scene.
The yuppies are brilliant. There's another scene where Clark finally gets the lights to work, and these two are trying to have this romantic, erotic fucking moment, and all of a sudden, this fucking like a flashbang grenade going off. The lights just blast through the window, and they're blinded. And of course, because of fuckery, the other family members are knocking off Clark's lights, and then they're in the dark and they're blinded and they're like falling downstairs and walking into shit. And
I like how she's just so defeated. Sorry.
No. My rug. My rug.
Yeah, my carpet. No, she doesn't say my rug, Marty. She goes, my carpet. And she's just so, I love that. My carpet.
Those yuppie neighbors are fucking brilliant. I mean, when Todd comes out and sees cousin Eddie emptying the fucking septic tank, all the best of the season to you. It's like, what? Your man.
Merry Christmas. The shitter was full, and there's some scenes that there's no words needed. There's no other words needed. He just looks at it and then runs into the house.
Because as well, because his reaction, there's very few times that you can see a reaction that makes you realize how awful a smell is, and just like your man's fucking dry heaving in his throat because he's getting hit with the smell of this noxious shit, and it's going into the gas line, going into the sewer, picking up. It's so fucking good. Oh,
it is.
Fuck.
There's a lot of funny. What about you? What's your favorite? Oh, and also Acres of Movies asks favorite European vacation scene.
Oh, European vacation scene. Anything with Eric Idle. Any scene where Eric Idle just gets put through fucking torture. Let's see. Oh, Trenchy has a comment here. I haven't seen your European one, just the first one, the Christmas one, and the Legacy sequel. Oh, see you later, Brian.
Bye, Brian.
Enjoy Denny's. He's off to Denny's.
Okay.
But yeah, it's other scenes I like. Obviously the cat. the bit with the
Oh yeah.
cat. So
Oh
whatever
yeah.
9 lives he had, I think he spent them all. Just the cat fucking vaporized
Embedded.
into the carpet.
Yeah. And I also like at the end where he's like, if you don't mind, Clark, this here chair's a good quality item. I'd like to fumigate it.
Yeah, pure shit kicker, pure fucking full on shit kicker. It's just and there's just brilliant stuff going on like in the background and stuff, characters' reactions. Just it's a fun comedy.
It
Um,
is.
you you asked me a question earlier on while we were watching this. Could this be made today? If they did, they'd definitely tone it down or water it down. I don't think too much. I don't think as much as you think, but they definitely kind of playing off some of the harder edges and stuff like that. Um, like, what do you think is one thing that they couldn't get away with today?
I think they try to get it, but I just don't think they could capture it. I honestly think when Clark has his meltdown at the end and he's, screaming and saying the jolliest bunch of assholes this side of the nut house, when Santa squeezes his fat ass down, and I can hear some of the, the younger generation going microaggressions and, against heavy set people and all. And I'm not for fat shaming or anything like that, but I just, there's a time and a place when it's a joke is a joke. You know what I mean? There's being a dick and then there's just being funny. Sometimes it's a fine line, but I could see them,
Yeah.
rewriting the language. Or am I being too hard?
No, I agree with you. I mean, you do need that biting kind of fucking moment where Clark just fucking lose a fucking monkey shit, just fucking hallelujah, just fucking
Holy
it's
shit, where's the Tylenol? And
yeah,
I
I
don't
love
think,
that.
not to shit on this generation, but I've noticed they're a little softer than and I know every generation thinks that, but you hear them talking and sometimes you go, Jesus Christ, you wouldn't last 10 seconds when I
No,
was growing
no,
up.
don't get me wrong. It's great we live in a society that's trying to be more
It
enlightened.
is.
And that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Fucking give everyone a fair shake and don't be a
Yes,
fucking bastard. But I think in regards to entertainment and comedy, you do need to realize, if we can't laugh at ourselves, who the fuck can we laugh at? Like, that's
exactly.
the point. That's the true line. And I think if you start censoring comedy, I think the best kind of comedy is self-deprecation or societal deprecation, where we take the piss out of fucking people. But like with South Park, you don't pick on one group, you pick on
Pick on
everyone
everybody.
just to keep it fair. Yeah, Trenchy, you are fucking dead right, my friend. Comedy comes
Yeah,
from darkness.
exactly. Because it's as the saying goes, sometimes we laugh to keep from crying. That's
Crying.
literally the only thing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Acres of Movie brings up the Hawaiian, the Merry Christmas in Hawaii. What's the
Where
name of the
he's
song?
about to jerk off until the kid comes in the room.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Jen, Jesus. Hi, my licky licky is the place to be. I,
I do too.
Jesus.
I think it's a catchy song. I never heard this song until I saw the movie.
It's. I think it's a fucking Cary Grant or
I think it's Bing Crosby. I could be wrong.
it could be. Yeah, I'd love to see a Thundercats movie, but I'll see how the fucking Masters movie turns out first, Acres.
Is that coming out this year or is it coming out next year? The Masters movie.
Masters is next year, and
Oh.
we'll see if Jared Leto destroys another childhood favorite character. Franchise. He's just going from fucking door to door, stabbing people, and just like
Is it
fucking-
the Joker you're talking about, darling?
the Joker, Tron, Morbius.
Oh yeah, Morbius. I forgot about Morbius.
It's Morbin time, Jen. It's fucking Morbin time. But enough about that modern classic. Let's get back to discussing this. Yeah, it's the other kind of subplot that's going on through the movie is Clark is expecting his Christmas bonus, and yeah, it doesn't arrive, And when it does arrive, it turns out he's just got a voucher for a year's membership to something.
Jelly of the
I,
Month Club.
yeah. What the fuck is that? What is
Okay,
that?
so it's like, okay, so 1 month, like January, you'll get grape, and then I guess February you'll get strawberry, and then kumquats, and what comes after
Wait, you
that?
get jam. They send you out jam.
Yeah, is kumquats a real jam? I was just pulling it out of my asshole. But it's fancy jam, Marty. It's not like gas station jam. It's like like the same places where you get Grey Poupon at.
So like, is it some upscale hooshy toishy one where you've got these fucking yuppies that are spreading, I don't know, rhinoceros semen on their toast?
Kumquats. I don't know exactly what a kumquat is. Well, I do because I did it once.
Wait, what? What?
I'll talk about rich people's jam. Hi, Scott.
Jesus. I'm Jen.
I'm okay.
No, you're okay. If I hope it's not jam that's stuck in her throat. I'm doing. Look, I'm gonna tell you right here, right now. I'm doing the fucking grocery shopping. Okay.
Well, you wouldn't want fancy jelly coming to your door every
Not
month.
the fucking type you'd be buying.
Good point.
But yeah, it's so basically the subplot is Clark's waiting on his Christmas bonus because he was going to install in a pool, and yeah, it doesn't arrive. Instead, he gets this voucher, this membership to Jelly the Month fucking club, and he goes on an epic fucking breakdown, and yeah. Like, what do you again? This is Chase just finally cutting fucking loose, and okay, okay, it's over the top, but is it believable after all
Yes.
this shit that goes on? Like,
Yes, and I think that this is where the movie really works because, as you said earlier, this is showing us the real of the holidays. And yeah, he really does want to make a great holiday for his family, but at every turn it goes wrong. And like it's making him literally cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And we all feel that way. Like Christmas, Christmas is a beautiful time and magical, especially if you got kids. But people also forget to remind themselves that this is the year people kill themselves the most. Like suicide goes up this time of year. Fa la 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 la. It's a very stressful. It's a very stressful time. And you know what? And then also you got to remember, like, and I like that this movie does that. Like the cousin Eddie and his family, yes, they're used as very much a comic relief, but in a weird way, and I told you this when we were watching this, it's also commentary on like not everybody has this, upper middle class or just middle class experience. There's some people who, if they get one present, they're damn lucky. And, it's not all the extras and the extravagant. Some people have that, but not everybody did. And then there's other people who don't have families, like for whatever reason they don't have families or friends, so it's a lonely time. And this movie touches on it a little bit to remind us that not everyone is lucky as the Griswolds.
Yeah, so. It's again for a movie that is super funny, it's got a hell of a lot of heart. Like the scene after Clark was interrupted before he could bust his nut by the child was like, no.
Gonna jerk off, Marty.
I was going off the off ramp subtly. You were like, "Yeah, let's just drive over the pavement." But
you're welcome.
Again, it shows that Clark is an arsehole, but it also shows that like not all kids get like not everyone can afford a nice Christmas, and it shows that. And there's another scene after Clark has his meltdown where he talks to his dad, and his dad's like, "Come on, Clark, you can't be getting angry at the family and stuff." He's like, "I just wanted to give it a perfect Christmas like you did." He goes, "Are you kidding?" It's like
we're nightmares.
Yeah, yeah, it was a nightmare trying to do Christmas. Most of the time, Jack and Daniels helped me get through Christmas, and I like that as well. It's nice. He's just trying to reassure his son. Look, I'm glad you had these happy memories, but in reality, it was like we were talking about earlier on. It isn't. It's fun to take back and like nostalgically when you're a kid, everything seems great. You don't realize the fucking madness until you're older, and it's a nice scene. There's another scene as well where Clark gets trapped in the attic and he's looking at the old Super 8 reels, and he's remembering. He's getting nostalgic for the past, and I think that's something as well. I think that is the rocket fuel for Christmas nostalgia. We all
Yes.
try and replicate the Christmas we had as a child. But again, the point being that we didn't realize all the shit and anxiety our parents had to go through to do that. And like
Mhm.
my brother was trying to show my niece and nephew some of the cartoons we watched when we were growing up, and they were like, "What the fuck is it? What the fuck is this shit?" I'm going, can I go play my Xbox now? And fucking,
You old
I,
people.
yeah, but there's a great line in Train Spotting too. Nostalgia is a great place to visit, but you can never return there, and that's the thing. You can never live there again. You can't live in the past. You can't. You can.
No.
You can go back and look at it, but you can't recreate it. You can never recreate it perfectly, and it's mainly because it's rose tinted glasses. It was never perfect to begin with. The memory,
No.
the memory and the nostalgia is the best part of it. It's
And the
what you
people.
remember. Yeah, and the
Hmm.
people. It's
And the
you
people.
know, it's the memories
Yeah.
you're left with, not the actual events themselves. I know it sounds strange,
Yeah,
but
it's not the presents or the no.
mm,
It you bring up a good point in this movie, but one thing I really respect about this movie is it still never forgets. It's fun. Like let's have some fun because and stuff, and we can relate, and we can relate, and we can go. Well, yeah, there's some people who have It's a Wonderful Life, and some of us are going to have Christmas Vacation,
yeah,
and I think more of us are
it
going to be Christmas Vacation.
I like fucking Wonderful Life. It's an interesting movie. Frank Capra. I enjoy it. I do like it. I like the message as well. A man who has friends is never poor. I love that message. But let's be honest, it only turns into a Christmas movie in the last fucking 10 minutes. I just don't know if anyone
Yeah,
noticed that. And
you
I I
brought it up.
I really do like, fucking Bailey's wife. Oh, she ne- her fate is worse than death. She became an unmarried spinster that works in the library. It's like Jesus
The
Christ.
times, Marty, of the times.
Oh, it it
But
it,
and
it
also the real message is the worst thing though that can happen is if you just have a plain unfashionable wife.
oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh
That's
my,
what I took from it.
she went to war with fucking was it Donna Reed? Was that the actress? Yeah, Donna Reed. She went to war
Yeah.
with her in that movie. And I'm gonna have to get her fucking cough drops or something for Christmas. I don't know. Don't you
I
dare!
told you what you
Don't
could.
don't you dare say what you want me to coat your throat with, okay?
I'm just saying, I know what I'd like Santa to squeeze down my chimney box.
Oh Christ almighty. Trenchy left a comment. Quick, Trenchy left a comment. Let's look at that. How dare she be a single woman with a job in the 40s? How dare she? Yeah, pretty. But like you were saying, Jen, that was the kind of fucking viewpoint as society at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God forbid if
That's still the
what's the
viewpoint in some circles that nowadays. I mean,
oh,
there's that ballerina farms. Remember?
uh, but one other thing I love about this movie is the Aunt Bethany, May Quetzal, the plays her, and she's funny. She's this dotty, cute little grandmother who doesn't know where she is, who these fucking people are, if she's in the airport, Did Rusty come back from the Marines? I love it.
The Navy.
But she's played by Mae Quetzal, who, if you don't know, voiced Betty Boop and Olive Oil, and this was her last movie. And by God, the creator lived on to 1998. She passed on 10 years after this. She lived another 10 years after this, and she was great.
That.
Yeah. Acre says, thanks. Redcon, the last vacation, and make a vacation one set in Florida, Russia, Mars, somewhere. Do you know what? Let them lie. The last reboot, the Legacy sequel, was crap, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Have you seen that one with Christina Applegate?
Yeah, and I like Christina Applegate. She seems like a really nice girl, and she's not a bad actress. But
No.
it's one of those movies that even when you got good people behind, they can only do so much.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a fun movie. I love this movie. I think my only criticism is it dips and slows down in places. Have you any criticism for this movie, Jen? Or is there anything that you're like?
Honestly, not really. I think it's a sweet movie. It's one that, and you know me, I'm not a Christmas person. You know, that's not my thing. I was charmed by a Christmas movie that I was telling you about. That was what I was charmed at, with the white Christmas pun. If you've seen the remake of Silent Night, people, y'all know why. That's more, or incest flesh cookies. That's more my kind of Christmas movie. But even I know it's not something I'd want to watch yearly, but a couple of years down the road, yeah, I'll watch it again. It's one that every few years I want to revisit. And for me, that's a pretty high compliment. And I like this movie. Marty, I have a question for you though. Why do you think this is one of the ones that has the staying power? Because we get hundreds and hundreds of fucking Christmas movies, but there's very few. There's only a handful, whether throughout the generations. Why is this one of the ones that gets to have a place, and people, even younger generations, like it?
Honestly, I think, again, it's from our generation. It was made in the 80s, but I think it is so relatable to the Christmas experience, to the anxiety and the pain in the hole of Christmas and family and having family over at Christmas. I think that's why it works, because we've all been there. We've all had to deal with a doddering relative who's over at our house. My mom had an aunt that was just like, you'd pull out her chair and she'd be like, I can pull out my own fucking chair. Thank you very much. And you're like, okay. It's like, Jesus Christ. I think everyone has had that relative. Everyone has had that anxiety of fucking trying, how come the lights aren't working? Gotta check all the bulbs. And you're like, only 150 more to check. Like, we have all had experiences of having issues with Christmas trees, family members, cooking, trying to fucking cook a Christmas meal. I swear to God, I think mothers deserve medals, the same medals awarded to Omaha Beach survivors for cooking fucking Christmas dinner. It's relatable. I
don't cook.
But can you see though? Can you see my point of it being relatable across the spectrum? Is there things that you can relate to in this movie with Christmas?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. The stress. And then, I had two kiddos, and I still have two kiddos, but, when they were really young and I was on my own. So like, it was hard. And then you're like, the kids are, sleeping peacefully while you're up all hours trying to put together toys and, make it really magical. And I added to the fun because my youngest, as you know, has a birthday right before Christmas. So it's like even more stressful in this house. December is a very busy and stressful month, not to mention my wallet is completely just empty.
Oh yeah, it's, again, like, it gives you a respect for your parents. You mightn't get, so not everyone gets on with their parents, but I think even because I kind of, in later years, I kind of grew an appreciation for my parents while in my teens, cats and dogs. But this has made me realize that, like, I know what my father's like, and I know what my mother's like, and I know the two of them probably had fucking wanted to bait each other with whatever toys they got me. It's like, shut the fuck up and put this part in. I don't need you telling me how to fucking put this in. It's like, I'm amazed. Jen, I'm amazed I had any toys when I came downstairs. I'm amazed I didn't have just shrapnel all over the place. But like, our
And you know
parents.
why you didn't is because they loved you. They loved you
Yeah,
and they wanted you to have a good Christmas.
yeah. Yeah, Trenchy hits the nail on the head as well. It captures chaos pretty well. Yeah, granted, the scenarios are over the top. They're hyper comedic. Hey, creepy, but they are
Hey,
kind of
creepy, welcome.
they are fantastically over the top and stuff, but they are relatable to a point. And it's
Very much
it's
so.
it's this for me is a quintessential Christmas movie. Again, I
Mhm.
mightn't watch it every year, but I would break it out every 2-3 years maybe, because
Yeah, and it's a
there's fun
movie
to be
that if
had.
it's been a few years, I don't, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but if it's a movie that it's been a few years, when you do finally put it on that third or fourth year or however long it's been, you really go, oh, you kind of tell yourself, oh, I forgot how good this movie is. It's one of those like, oh, I forgot. Now some people do it every year. I don't do that, but there's very few movies that I can do that, like a constant at least once a year. There's very few movies for me, but
My
I it's a special movie.
it is. My dad loves this movie, and my dad hates
Brian
comedies.
Dennehy isn't in it though.
No, I know. Well, that'd be a true story, Jen. If Brian Dennehy was in it, would be a
Oh
true
yeah, that's
story.
right. I
Just
forgot.
like Rambo and Cocoon. Like fucking um, but
Gorky Park.
yeah, but it's a fun one. I remember on terrestrial television, this used to be shown at fucking nauseum, and I'd still watch it every time around Christmas. Not shown as much now, but yeah, again, if you get a chance, guys, and you haven't watched in a while, fucking track it down. I assume it's on HBO Max. It's whatever Warner Brothers platform they have. Or
Mhm.
fucking, if you find it, do you know what? If you find it in a fucking discount bin in a CEX, that's something that's here in England and Ireland, or here in Ireland and England. Um, or if you find it in an electronic boutique,
Mhm.
definitely give it a look.
Or a thrift
Definitely pick
store.
it up. Yeah, if you find it in a Thrifties. Yeah, thanks, Creepy. It's on Max right now. Fun fact: I was actually chatting to Creepy this morning, on with Trenchy. Trenchy had a back room, and he had some awesome people there. If you get a chance as well, guys, and you want to watch fun watch along, Trenchy and a cool crew of people, they were on live last night watching 3 movies. Go check them out if you get a chance. But yeah, again, pick this movie up. As I said before, if if you're here in Ireland or over in England, check out CEX. They might have it, or at Thrifties. Pick it up. Again, it's one of these movies that it might be hit or miss every year, but if you like Christmas movies and you like comedies, pick it up and have it there anyway to fucking break out when you're looking for something to watch. But any final thoughts on it, Jen?
I think it's also a good movie, like because we've all had Christmases where things, aren't perfect at all. And I don't mean just like the annoyances and the stress of Christmas, but it's a good comfort movie if you're having kind of a sad Christmas, or if something really heavy's and you just want to forget, and maybe you're dealing with stuff that you can't forget, but maybe for an hour. This is a movie that can cheer you up a little bit. This is a movie that can maybe cheer you up a little bit.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot of there's a lot of saccharine bullshit kind of Christmas movies out there, and this isn't one of them. Also, yeah, Trench, I never thought about that. If Dennehy exists in the first Rambo movie, then I must ask my father. You know the other Rambo movies are fake as well. Nah, Dennehy was in this one. That means the rest were probably happened. Even the one where he defeated the Russians and helped the Taliban. Oh yeah, that happened. Okay. Um,
Marty, he died in Gorky Park. His character was killed in Gorky Park.
I don't know. But yeah, again, check it out. It's a fun one. It isn't
It is.
nauseating. It isn't saccharine. and yeah, it's fun to break out every time.
Do
Or
you prefer?
one.
Oh, I keep cutting into you. I'm so sorry, Marty. Do you prefer this or Home Alone? Like, which one's your top?
Hmm.
And
I'll
that's for the
say
chat as
this.
well.
I'll say this, but might be because I've watched Home Alone to nauseum. I mean to
Hmm.
nauseum. It's just like Jesus Christ. How many kids just call the police? How many times have these guys tried breaking into your house? Come on.
That Google commercial's pretty cool, though. I watched that Google commercial where Macaulay Culkin does it again, and it's pretty cute.
It is. It is. It's a fucking adult. It's like, dude, you don't. I love the fact. I love the fact. Fun fact. Macaulay Culkin's kids were like, "Hey, he kind of looks like you. Is that you? No. Okay." They don't realize that it's him. I thought that was cute.
That
He's
is,
going to be in. He's going to be in the new season of Fallout as one
I
of
didn't
the
know that.
Caesar's Praetorian guards. So it should be interesting. Um,
Very cool.
but yeah.
Scott says
But
he prefers Home Alone 2 better.
okay.
And
Whoa.
creepy.
I'd put this
Is that
over Home Alone for
sacrilege?
me. No, I don't know. I like Home Alone 2. I like Home Alone 2 mainly because of Tim Curry and just
Yeah.
some of the
And
some
Rod
of the
Schneider.
Schneiderp and Brenda Fricker. People
Yeah.
keep on bringing up a picture of Brenda Fricker and going, "Oh, looks like Piers Morgan has fell on hard times." Don't you dare ever compare a fantastic Irish actress that is Brenda Fricker to that gobshite Piers Morgan. I fucking mean it, okay? Yeah,
Oh
she's
yeah.
and olive oil creepy. But yeah, I think we're gonna fucking wind it down here. Jen, what is on the horizon and what is currently available to watch on Jen's Reviews from the Grave?
Well, I've been playing catch up, as you will know. I'm not even going to get into why. Y'all know why I'm having to play catch up. But I'm trying to see a few movies because what is on the horizon is it's almost the end of the year. And even though it's been crazy, and I've already talked to Velvet, they're going to be joining me for my last two videos that I do every year, best of and worst of. And we'll be discussing our best and worst of. And I'm trying to play catch up. And a movie that I'd heard consistently most people really loved was The Long Walk. So I watched it and did a review, and people seem to be liking it. And I know you asked me why people seem to be liking it, Marty, because I can tell you why people seem to be liking it. Please ask me why people seem to be liking it.
Because the chick that's in it has a cracking rack.
Well, the only person I care that has that opinion is my Irish boyfriend. But no, the reason why that video is so good is because I have a hell of a good editor. Hell of a good editor.
I think he's a fucking bollocks, to be honest now. If you just ask me, he's a bit of a fucking wanker.
Well, I don't know. The video's doing really good, and I kind of think that that's a big reason. So there's that. And guys, I just watched the new Silent Night, Deadly Night. I haven't done a review, but I'm planning on doing it very soon, and hopefully it'll be up on the channel pretty soon. And oh my God, guys, I fucking loved this. Oh my God.
I think he likes this one.
It's so good.
So you liked it then, Jen, yeah?
I liked it. And you want to know why? Because there's a great white Christmas pun. I'm not going to spoil it if you guys haven't seen it, but oh my God, it's one of the best white Christmas puns I've ever heard in my life. If you've seen the movie, y'all know why. It's a theme that someone did a white Christmas party.
So, yeah, I'd look for that in the horizon, and I know you have a Tales from the Crypt episode. Oh, go on.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to. Scott said didn't have Silent Night. Scott, if you can see this anywhere, try to check it out. It is so good. It is a lot of fun. Now, there are a few people that aren't liking it, but the kills are good. They do something very different with the story, and there's some really black, dark humor in it. That, yeah, just amazing. It's a feel-good holiday kind of movie that may or may not have Nazis.
Fa la 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 la.
And I have a Tales from the Crypt. You're right. I'm sorry, but I do have a Tales from the Crypt that I've filmed, and yeah, if I can get that hot editor to like edit for me.
Okay. I will. I suppose I'll do it. I suppose I have to, like, if I can. I
Mhm.
sure. What else was I be doing? Myself, I have a review. It's the 20-year anniversary of Peter Jackson's King Kong. I done a review. I'm very proud of it. I go over the movie and also the expanded media and why I think it's an awesome movie. So check that out. I'm really proud of it. I'll probably be doing some other videos. Definitely going to be doing my top 10 of 2025. And yeah, I might do one or two more surprises before the end of the year. Also, myself and Jen have a couple
Woo!
more festive flicks to do. We're going to be doing Scrooged.
Are you
Better
gonna
watch
give me
out.
a surprise?
At this stage, a restraining order might be fucking what you're getting in your stocking.
I'm just saying, darling.
But with that, I just want to thank everyone who stopped in. We
Thank you,
have
guys.
Fear Queen
Scott.
Horror Guru Scott. We have the
Mhm.
Soulless Trenchcoat, Trenchy, Creepy McGee, Legendary Dude. We had Brian. We had Acres a Movie, another awesome person. We had Rowdy Riles, again, fantastic figure channel. Check them out. Who else had we?
We had Juno
Brian.
and Larry.
Yeah, Juno. We had Juno 2000, great dude, and Larry, aka the Horror Cat Dad, another great figure aficionado, and yeah, just all solid, fucking awesome folks. Thanks a million for stopping in, guys. It's always fun doing these, and it's even better when you guys pop in and interact. And yeah, with that, I think I'm gonna end it here. And yeah, stay tuned for our next one, which will be Scrooged, I think, and then we'll do
Yes,
Better
it
Watch
will
Out. And maybe we'll
Yeah, and it is. Go ahead. I'm
what?
sorry.
No, go on.
I was just gonna say it's better because I agree. Like I love when things pop into my box.
And with that, let's end it
Right?
now.
Can you have a condom that's like a candy cane? Like make it look
And we're ending it here now. Good night, everyone.
penis, Mary penis.